Hey guys, it's Bree. I am sick. So anyway, Keely told me that I have to make this video or she will I don't know, probably murder me. And it's been asked a few times, so today I'm going to tell you about how I met One Direction. YOLO bitches. I played like the night before. I was supposed to go down to Sydney and with my friend Natasha, Laura and Jamila. Jamila and I aren't friends anymore, and if you follow me on Twitter you probably know why. But anyway, I was only supposed to go down to Sydney and just stalk them around. We ended up trekking it to Today FM, Nova, Fox Studios, Horton Pavilion, all them sort of places, but no luck. And then we were just chilling, and then we were just like, let's just rent a room at the hotel. So Jamila called her mum, and then she called her back and was like, okay, I booked you a room at the Intercontinental. So we were like, okie dokie. I was wearing jeans, a t-shirt and my varsity jacket, and I had only bought shorts, a singlet and another cardigan. That was all I had, and $20. So I had to borrow money off my mum to pay for the room, like my share of the room. So then we ended up getting the Intercon. Like, Jamila's mum already went and checked in for us, so we ended up getting to the Intercon at like 7ish. Went up to the room and Laura and Jamila were already there. So me and Natasha were like, let's go explore the hotel. So Laura came with me and Natasha to explore the hotel and Jamila stayed at the room. Now we went down to the lobby to check it out, and we stepped out of the lobby and into a group of people that were screaming. So we were just like, what the fuck is going on? We turned around. There was 5 elevators in the lobby, and the end one was blocked off by a divider, but there was a mirror opposite the elevator. And you could still see it if you looked in the mirror. From where I was standing, I had a perfect angle. One of the wall panels behind the divider had been taken out, and there was a door there. And they all started screaming, and then Niall walked through. He put his hand up over the divider and said hello. Then Liam walked through, and he put his hand up over the divider and said hello. And then Harry walked through, and he looked back into the mirror, and I made eye contact with him. And then Louis and they walked through and said hello and everything as well. And then we were just like, oh shit, I was on the floor crying, and then I looked at Natasha and Laura and they were just holding each other, and it was just great. So then we tried all night to meet the boys. Went up to the top floor when Liam was in the gym, and we only just got like a little glimpse of him doing weights, which was like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. We kept getting kicked off the floor. I got in like full-on argument with the hotel manager. And then around 11 o'clock-ish, we went outside, and these girls were like, oh, Harry and Zayn have gone to Scary Canaries. So we're like, oh, okay, he's 18? They're like, yeah. We're like, why are you here? Why aren't you at Scary Canaries where Harry and Zayn are? Like, come on, mate. What's wrong with you? So they exchanged numbers with Laura, I think, and then they went to Scary Canaries, and then around 1:30 a.m. we were going, we're not going to meet them. This is like, we were giving up. And then we got a text off those girls, and they were like, Harry and Zayn are leaving Scary Canaries right now. And Scary Canaries is only like a 2-minute drive away from the hotel, so we like sprinted down to the lobby. Went outside and was standing there for like 2 minutes, and then a taxi pulled up to the thing, and as the taxi drove past us, Harry stuck his face up to the window and was like sticking his tongue out and stuff, and so I just grabbed the room key and sprinted inside. And then we got to like the lobby where the elevators were, where they had to walk through, and then they walked past us, and Harry was like, hey girls, you doing good? And we're like, hi. And then Zayn was like, didn't really say anything, he was just like looking at us and being his sexual self. And then my friend Laura was sitting beside me, and she started singing Mary Had a Little Lamb. And then when Harry was getting into the lift, he started singing it back to her, but you could only just hear it, and you couldn't hear it on the video I took either. And then like when we were standing there, Paul had walked through first, and he was like, no phones, no cameras, or I'll take them and delete everything. And I was like, I'm already recording, whoopsie. And that's why the recording I have of it is so crap. So then we went back up to the room, and we went to bed. One of the lifts at the end we thought was the boys only lift. So whenever like one time we were standing there and it opened for us, and we thought it was like a private lift. So we got in there, like straight after the boys had been there, and we were just like, holy shit guys, the boys have just been in it. So I started rolling around on the floor and touching all the buttons. YOLO. So yeah, and then the next morning woke up around like 8 a.m. because we knew the boys would be going up to the VIP lounge on the top floor, like on the roof, to go to breakfast, which you had to pay like $150 for. So this is how the top floor is set out. So I don't think the writing's backwards, but I don't really care. Okay, you have, this is where you come out, all these little squares here are the lifts, these 5 squares, and that was the one that we thought was the boys only lift. And then you walk up here, and there's this hallway, and that's the door to the pool. Oh, and there's a couple of stairs there. Let's draw them in. It's the stairs up to the pool, and then directly across from that, there's only like 3 stairs. And then directly across from that is the door to the gym. No, the gym and pool doors both have windows in them. Then smack bang in the middle is the glass door that goes up to the private roof restaurant sort of thing, okay? So, next morning we woke up and we went to the pool because, yeah. And when we got up to the top floor and we went to the pool, we looked out the door and we got there. We could see Louis, Liam and Harry in the gym. Now, Louis and Liam were wearing normal clothes and Harry was wearing gym clothes. And then we didn't want to get kicked off the floor, so we weren't really looking at them in the gym. They were just standing there talking, so it wasn't really anything that big. So we always had one person standing at the pool door, watching the gym door to see if they were coming out. Around 9:30, Louis and Liam came out, and they started walking towards the VIP door thing. So then we like rushed out and was standing on these steps because their security guard came up and was like, you can stay and talk to them, but you have to stay on the steps. So we're like, sure. So we stayed on the steps and they were standing here, which in reality we were actually all the way down here. That's where we were standing, and they were like right at the door. And then we were just talking to them for a few minutes, and then security came and let them up. So that was that. And then around 10:30, we were still in the pool room, and Lou Teasdale, Tom Atkin, and Baby Lux came up, and they came in and started swimming in the pool. Well, Lou wasn't, only Tom and Lux were. And by this point, I was fangirling over a baby. So yeah. And then they were just chilling. And so we still had one person standing at the door watching Harry in the gym. And then they were like, Harry's coming out. So we were like, and we rushed to the stairs, like we were just standing in this area here, like they had told us to the time before. We were just expecting him to go up to have breakfast with the rest of the boys. So we were just like, okay, we're just going to chill and be calm. And then he started walking towards the pool. And we were like, what the fuck is he doing? And then he was like, excuse me. And we're all in just this big clump. And then as soon as he said, excuse me, we all just went straight against the walls. It was, if I was watching it, I would have laughed. But I was part of it, so. And then he walked so close, his arm brushed mine, right there. And then he was so close, you could see his moustache stubble, like. These little rectangles here, and here are chairs. That is the door to the toilet. And this is the door in. And then down here are more chairs. These 2 things are chairs and these are windows. And that's the pool. So then Harry came in and he walked this and he walked across there and down here to where Lou and Tom and Lux were sitting, and he sat with them. And so we were sitting all the way up here on this corner. We were just watching them. And I had my feet in the water. I didn't have swimmers, so I was just chilling. And then he was sitting there for a little while, and we were just watching him. And I had my phone in my bra recording, which I didn't get very good footage. So then we decided to braven up, and we moved down to here. And we were sitting there, and I was turned my head to talk to Natasha, and one of the girls, I think her name was Beth, was like, "Oh my God, look!" And Harry was sitting on the edge of the pool right here, and he was taking his shirt off. And I was just like, and I was freaking out. And then he got in the pool and he was playing with Lux, and it was the cutest thing ever. And we're just sitting here. And then after a little while, I walked back up here and to talk to my friend Natasha. And so Harry was still swimming in like this area of the pool. And then he did a couple of laps with Tom, and then, yeah. So then, I was just going, I can't just sit here. I need to get in that water. Like, I need to get in the water. So I ended up getting in the water in my shorts and shirt. So, yeah. And then I got in here. I swam down where my friends were, over here. And then Harry was here. And then kind of like, he was swimming out here now. And then we're all just kind of chilling around here. And we were asking him questions. Well, not really. We weren't really. He was talking to us. And asking me if I had Tim Tams, and he was like, no. So one of the girls' mums went and got a packet of Tim Tams. We asked him if, like, he's held a koala. If he likes Vegemite. What's his favourite thing about Australia so far? Or this all, like, just normal questions. We weren't being weird or anything. We were being really normal. And then he got out, and he and Tom went out the door. And I'm pretty sure they went to the sauna. And then we went down here because Lux and Lou was still down here. And Harry's t-shirt and that sort of stuff was there. So then we were talking to her. And I took a photo with Harry's t-shirt, and I took photos of all his stuff. And then Lou left. She took his stuff. And Harry walked back in down here, and then he was like, so no one's seen my phone? And we were like, no. And then no one had taken it. He's just lost it. And then he went back to the gym. And then another person was standing there, see if he was working out or anything. And then a couple of minutes later, we went out here to just talk. And then he walked out of the gym. And then we were talking to him there, and one of the girls was like, "What's Zap?" And he goes, "It's secret." And I was like, "Yeah, we know it's a secret club." He goes, "You need a t-shirt." So then he left. And then we went outside and we were talking to people and stuff and just chilling. And then we went back up because it was time to check out. And then we were like, well, let's just try our chance on the top floor one more time. So we had all of our suitcases and things. Well, I didn't have a suitcase, I just had a backpack. So we had all of our stuff and went back up to the top floor, and we came out of this elevator here. So we walked out, and then walking down the stairs from the roof was Niall. And he was eating a bowl of macaroni. And he had to wait here for a couple of seconds, and the glass door opened, and then he walked out here. And as he got to about here, he was like shoveling the food in his mouth. I was like, "Is that good now?" And he goes, "Yeah, I love macaroni." And then by this time, he was like, "Here." And security's like, "What are you guys doing here?" And then Jamila was like, "Oh, we're just going to the pool." And he was like, he started laughing at us. Then got to about here, and then one girl was like, "Do you like Australia?" And he was like, "Yeah, I love it." And then he got in his lift. And he was like, "Bye." And we're like, "Bye." And then lift door closed, and then bye, Niall. And then we left. I went home. That was my meeting of One Direction. And I know, like, some people are going, well, you didn't actually meet them. You really think it's going to be possible to go up to them and be like, "Hi, my name's Brianna, and I'm a big fan." Like, security would come and beat your ass. So, I do apologise for my appearance again, and the fact that I'm wearing my brother's clothes. I'm sick, I'm tired, and I'm going to go now.